And welcome back to another episode of Intern TV here on the beautiful campus of Newman University on Newman Media. I'm Matt Dopp. Great to be back talking another episode of internships. We hope you're staying warm because it's been pretty cold. I know for myself, I wear shorts year round, but I hope you're staying warm, got your coats on. But welcome back to Intern TV. Let's bring in the other two co-hosts that make this show great. Jeff Wilson, we got a pink party going on.
Yes, we do. A little blue and pink, looking good atop Mount Aston here.
It is. We are on Ontario. We'll give you a clap, everyone.
Mount Aston.
Mount Aston.
Mount Aston. That is a big hill. Everyone knows from Newman, if you walk up that hill, you're dead when you get to the top, unless you're like Lance Armstrong or someone pedaling down the, pedaling up the bike.
I was going to say,
he rides a bike.
Kind
He
of
doesn't
confused
walk,
about
but
it.
I don't know. He's the first guy I thought of that uses his
whatever.
legs in the sport.
Works.
What are you going to do? How you doing? LaSalle going? Your internship's going good?
Yeah, it's good. I started like last week. It's going well.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that.
It's different. What'd you say?
I said it's good to hear.
Oh, I thought- but yeah, it's going well.
Got anything else going on? Anything pressing in your life?
No, just school and work. That's about it.
Nice. Excited for another episode of Intern TV?
Oh, of course.
Pumped.
I'm always excited for Intern TV.
Good. Glad to hear.
Yeah.
You can control your effort and your attitude.
I have both of those today.
Good. Can't wait. So, hey, let's bring the heat.
All right.
So we're going to bring our guest on. We're bringing on Andrew Fowler. He is a sport management major here at Newman University. So let's bring him in. Hey, Andrew, how you doing?
Good. How you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
Hey, appreciate it. Hey, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
So I know you've done a lot of cool things in your college career. So take us on a little bit of a journey of what you've done, and let's hear it. I can't wait.
Yeah. So over the past 4 years, I've had a few internship experiences, a few volunteer experiences. They're all great. So they all had their own little things. But I started off as a social media manager at a small company named Nebula Talent Group. And then I went on to be an athletic communications intern at a local college named Swarthmore College. And then I just recently finished up a quick internship at Maple Zone Sports Academy. And there I was an intern for baseball operations. And then I've spent some volunteer time with Villanova University and with the Philadelphia Union.
So, talking to you earlier, you mentioned that Swarthmore. Is that how it's pronounced? Swarthmore?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, pretty
You loved your internship there. What were you doing, and what made you fall in love with that internship specifically?
Yeah, I really liked it because I really didn't have an idea of what I was going to do going in. I mean, I didn't have one specific goal if I was going to do one thing and fall in love with it. So I loved how my boss was so open to let me try new things. I mean, each day was truly different, and as time went on, I got better and better at things, so it kind of helped out in the long run. And some of the things I did were like, simple scoreboard work, StatCast, statting volleyball games, basketball games, field hockey games, lacrosse games, anything really on the behind scenes of a college athletic department I had my hands on, with the social media team posting on Twitter or Instagram after a game or before a game. And I touched in a little bit with public address announcing, which I know we're going to talk about later. And that was one of my favorite but most challenging things that I did on the job.
Hey, why wait? Let's dive into it now.
As well. Other duties as assigned.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me a little bit about that announcing experience. What was that like for you? Was it uncomfortable at first, and how did you kind of overcome any fears you had with going into that?
Yeah, so definitely. So I was about a month into my internship, and I was doing small things with the field hockey team and the lacrosse team, and then the fall ended, and it was now time for winter sports. Little did I know, Swarthmore College has the #1 men's basketball team in the country. They were in the national
Subtle flex.
They were in the national championship the year before, and they were projected #1 and preseason ranking #1. And I worked a few games just doing some video, live streaming, and stats. And then after like 3 or 4 games, I walked into the office one day and my boss said, "So what do you think about public address announcing?" And I looked at him like he had like 4 heads. I was like, no thanks, never done that. Don't look forward to it. I'm too nervous. I won't be able to do that, especially in front of hundreds of people for the #1 team in the country. I ended up doing it. I gave it a shot. Ended up liking it. It was probably my favorite thing that I did on the job, and I learned a lot. I mean, I broke a barrier that I never thought I would do, so it kind of helped out in the long run.
Just goes to show you, never be afraid to do something.
No,
Exactly.
never.
Put that on a T-shirt,
You don't get to the top of a mountain if you don't take the first step to climb.
like Mount Aston.
Like Mount Aston. But I'll tell you what, Andrew, I am not going to let this opportunity slide. This is Intern TV. This is what we do. So you said you liked it. You said you had fun with it. I'm going to stand right here and pretend to shoot a free throw, and you are going to announce it. All right?
Okay, sounds good.
It's ready. So here I am. I'm at the line. I suck at basketball, but I got fouled Probably the only way I could probably get points. You ready?
Now coming to the line, number 8, Matthew Dopp.
He definitely airballed that.
Airball.
That was definitely an
Yeah.
airball.
Airball.
As a public address announcer, I'm not allowed to call out airballs, but I'll
Oh, well,
definitely.
it was a foul. My
well,
bad.
dude,
all right, all right.
When you
I
saw
know
the
basketball.
airball,
Yeah, I saw
and
the
the
airball.
PA
They
announcer
saw the
said you
airball.
airballed
There
it.
was
You
no
airballed
just,
it.
Yeah.
just
airball.
pretend I switched it and be like, Matt Dopp for 3.
It was a foul
It was a
shot.
foul shot. How was it for 3?
Well, just pretend. Oh, my God. I just wanted to get a good call from him. Hey,
Anyway.
couldn't let it go. All right, hey,
You had decent form,
you
but
do
nothing.
something to get the show on track.
You want me to shoot a free throw?
No.
Just get a
Because
good
I'll
call.
tell you
free
what, I
throw.
don't shoot free throws. I slam it down into the hoop.
That's
Oh,
what I
wow.
like
Okay,
to hear.
yeah. I
A
see.
lot of that went down at Swarthmore.
So-
A lot of big kids that can dunk, and they wowed some fans, and even I was certainly impressed.
There you go.
Well, it's because I wasn't there to shut him
Oh,
down.
my
Eh.
God.
Regardless.
Regardless.
So you said this was a big challenge for you because you didn't know how you were going to, I don't want to say like, how you were going to do being a PA announcer. Like I know personally, like I was nervous when I first started working on Intern TV because I wasn't the most outgoing and social. Like, did you have any fears of like how, I shouldn't say fears, but how worried were you to like mess up or fail, or were you just willing to just go out there and whatever happens, happens, and you see how it turns out?
Yeah, so that first time I did it, I mean, my boss gave me the lineup and the roster, and I kind of studied it for 30, 45 minutes before the game. I was going over certain names that I thought were going to be called often, whether it was the starters or the sixth man or something like that. So I'll kind of go through there, but main focus I had on was where all these people were from. These people were from all over the country, so there were some towns that I wasn't familiar with, and there were places outside of the country that I didn't even know how to pronounce the country. So I was kind of looking at my boss, like, how do you say this? How do you pronounce this guy's name? Like, these names aren't normal. It's not the typical name, so I need it. That was the hardest part. I mean, I can't even say it now, and in a couple minutes I have to say it in front of hundreds of people.
That's a tough one right there.
It is.
That's a tall task.
You can only imagine.
Exactly. But hey, let's flip the script here. So you mentioned your internship with MSI, running baseball operations. Take me through that. What was that like? What were your, how does that feel to have such a prestigious role as an internship? Because I know MSI is really big on baseball. I know they built that complex a couple minutes away from the facility to really focus in on that. So what was that like for you being the baseball operations guy?
Yeah, it was great. It was definitely cool to see the operations sides of a specific company rather than just a college athletic department or a specific team. So my boss, Ken, he was kind of open, similarly to my previous boss, to doing whatever I wanted to do, and anything that I wanted to do, he would let me take on. So I only really had a couple on-field experiences because of COVID. I was kind of forced virtually doing Photoshop or certain things for their Instagram page, whether a kid committed to a certain college. But I had a couple days where I had it in person, and it would just be like a typical showcase. I mean, show up, there's kids checking in, kids getting ready, and then once they start stretching, I would set up whether it's bullpen mounds, whether it's tees, L screens, stuff like that to get ready for the showcase. And my main job was to record stats. So I would record like miles per hour of how hard someone hit a ball, how hard someone threw a ball. And it was kind of cool because even though it wasn't as fun, it was cool to see what was going on and what people do daily. I mean, they have hundreds of employees there and volunteers that have to do this every single day. And it was kind of cool to see on their side what they were doing, because I've always grown up as a player, and playing as a player, I've kind of, never really seen that aspect.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's awesome. And something I want to harp on is that you brought up your volunteer experience a little bit earlier. And so many people think, oh, I got to get an internship, just go online, type in internships, look for internship. But a lot of people don't understand that volunteer experience can get you internships because you meet people, you get in that situation where, hey, I might like this, might like that. Talk about your volunteer, experience you did with Villanova and the union a little bit, and if that led to any of your internships.
Yeah, definitely. Both of my bosses that I had for my volunteer work were very great, and they basically at the end of the time said, if you need anything, feel free to contact me. And it was great connections that I built in those small little jobs. So I mean, with Villanova, I was really just a game day usher, nothing crazy, but I had that person that was in charge of me that was willing to stay in touch with me when the time was over.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It seems like you're ready for anything, so I hope you're ready for this. We got quick six coming at you. We're going to fire some quick questions at you. Quick 6, can't talk, Jeff.
Tongue twister.
I know you're a baseball player. Who's your favorite professional baseball player of all time?
Of all time, probably Chase Utley.
Did you cry when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I cried myself to sleep, and then I went to school the next day, and didn't really talk to anyone.
And then they lost the year after.
Tough one.
Are you saying when they won the Super Bowl?
Yes.
I mean, I was giving you the benefit of the doubt, but if you want to talk about when Marshawn, they should have ran it, but they threw it Malcolm
Yeah.
Butler interception for the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. That's fine.
We can skip that part.
Well, I was going to give you a Seahawks one too. If the Seahawks had to restart from scratch today, and you could keep one player, who would it be?
I mean, that's the easiest question I've been asked in a while. Russell Wilson.
Okay.
It's their no-show towards the end of the season. But
That's all right.
What is your favorite color combination?
Color combination?
Yeah, like 2 and 2 together. What looks the best?
I mean, I guess I have to go with the school blue and gold.
Love that answer.
How many coffee tables are in your house?
3.
do you like Ruffles chips or regular chips?
Regular.
Can't
That's
go
all-
wrong with a ruffle.
Can't go
though.
wrong. Maybe put a little salt on it. You never know.
Yeah.
Too much texture.
Too much texture.
Yeah,
That's
too much
a-
checks. Right, how's it going? We'll give you a clap for Andrew Fowler.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no, thank you for coming here. Like, I had a lot of fun listening to what you were saying and some of the internships you had. And like I said, we wish you luck. We know you're a senior this year and you're rolling on it. So, good luck with your last semester. Good luck getting a job. And can't wait to stay up to date with you on LinkedIn to see where you go in your career.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Hey,
Of
thanks.
course.
Hey, Andrew, thanks for the pop. I'm glad you liked that one.
Dude, that was a good joke.
Hey, awesome.
Well, it wasn't a joke. You shouldn't.
You should. Yeah,
you
LinkedIn's
should.
not a joke. You should be on
But
LinkedIn.
the way you said it was funny.
Thanks. Jeff, thank you.
I got
You got
nothing.
anything to add to this?
Yeah, it
mess?
was a great episode. Thanks, guys.
Hey, we want to thank all of you, our fans, everyone, Newman Media, Newman University, for watching Intern TV. We can't wait to see you next week for another episode. I'm Matt Dopp. Have a great week.